Alright. We're going to get into this situation reveal concerning Lil Wayne's Can't Nobody official song music video released a couple of days ago. But before we do that, I just want to set it up with what happened with, of course, DMX last year. I was looking for one of my videos, but I couldn't find it on one of my channels. As of being bombarded with, all these thumbnails. So, of course, I quickly just punched in the search bar. GematriaEffect.News, DMX death. So we're going to watch 20 minutes, half an hour of it. 20 minutes to half an hour. Then we're going to get into, the latest situation reveal concerning DMX. And all these leeching people that are just, leeching off the energy of his death. Yeah? Of course, Swiss Beats, Lil Wayne, and whoever else from before and now. But as I say, we're gonna watch, of course, Gematria Guru, Zachary Care Hubbard, and then 20 minutes, half an hour. Then we're gonna continue with myself, of course, your host, Audio Oracle, M.o.r, Measurable, Observable, Repeatable, aka Musically Orientated Repertoire. All right. Take it away, Zach. Thank you very much once again.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is April 9th, 2021. Two big deaths in the headlines today. DMX has officially passed per the news. Again, it's April 9th, 4-9, and DMX stood for Dark Man X. If you're new here, we talk about gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. Dark Man X equals 49, and he died in White Plains, New York, which equals 94. Today's date can also be written 9/4. Of course, the other death today is Prince Philip, while his wife is 94 years old. And what we're going to do in this video is revisit DMX's supposed overdose last Friday, April 2nd, the news on April 3rd, and the passing today, and then we'll also talk about the death of Prince Philip in relation to his son, Prince Charles, and his wife, Queen Elizabeth, and the parallel.
Do you know what I just realized? When I did the date check, I did it from last year to the release. Can't believe it's been 2 years already. So this year is going to be 2 years since DMX died. My goodness, time flies. It's like yesterday I saw somebody put up I saw a few people from the drum and bass scene, putting up memoirs and things to do with Skibby D, well-known MC and pioneer, who unfortunately passed. And I still probably think it's to do with, the big C. Yeah? I still reckon it's to do with, the big C and maybe getting it updated, the B word, when you get it updated, they say, oh, yeah, you better go and get a, might as well just say the word booster, and all this type of crap. That's what I reckon it was to do with, personally. Unless, totally different, I would love to know how that man passed. Them men, they're supposed to live until well old, you know what I mean? But yeah, wow, I can't believe it was 2021. I thought it was 2022. Time flies so fast, And as I say, so many situation reveals, one to the next, It's just, and that's even when I take breaks. It still seems like one to the next, It's just like, oh my God. Anyway, let me shut up and let the Gematria Guru, Zach, say what needs to be said. Right.
To the death of Princess Diana back in the 90s, back about the same time DMX was getting famous. And who this death would come as no surprise to is DMX himself. Again, one of DMX's first songs early in his career was on Mace's album Harlem World, 24 Hours to Live, which actually came out in 97, 24 years ago. And DMX, if you go back and listen, I can't play the whole thing, they'll take it down for copyright, but, he said, he closes his verse out, he wanted to live forever, but that wasn't fame. And his whole verse up to that is he knows where he's going. He's going to hell. He sold his soul. He knows his death's coming. And, in the movie Belly, he has the opening words in the movie Belly where he says he sold his soul to the devil and the price was cheap, and he has those lyrics in his song off his first album. I think it's called Let Me Fly, if I remember right. But yeah, I mean, what a day for Darkman X to go, April 9th, 7 days after the supposed overdose. And of course think of Tupac's last album, Machiavelli, which came out right after his death. And the 7-day theory, right? Was it like Don Columinati, the 7-day theory, named after Machiavelli, who again faked his death? And then when Tupac's mother died, the announcement of her death was May 3rd in the news. She reportedly died the day prior, but again, May 3rd is the real Machiavelli's birthday. Anyway, before I get into this, I'm just going to play a couple quick clips. I'm going to play the very closing words of DMX on 24 Hours to Live, so you can hear it yourself. Then we'll look at Belly.
Out with a bang, you will remember my name. I wanted to live forever, but this was a thing.
So again, if that's clear enough, out with a bang. He wanted to live forever, but that wasn't fame. And he also said, you'll remember my name, and a lot of people know DMX's name, of course. And to DMX's credit, I mean, most of these rappers from the 90s and more recent years, I mean, they always came off as kind of fake studio gangsters. DMX seemed like an authentic person, so I think that's why so many people like DMX. He seemed authentic, and he very well might have been. And I didn't know him, I never met him, so I can't say for sure, but he definitely seemed authentic. And then this is the opening words of the movie Belly, which came out the year after that song.
I sold my soul to the devil. Price was cheap. It was cold on this level.
So again, he sold his soul to the devil and the price was cheap. Bob Dylan talked about this with Ed Bradley on 60 Minutes, about selling your soul to become famous. And Ed Bradley, who did that interview, he didn't live much longer after that. Bob Dylan still walks the earth, but we'll see for how much longer. So anyhow, DMX, dead today, April 9th, 4-9. And again, DMX stands for Dark Man X, which has Gematria 49. Again, if you're new here, look up the songs Murder by Numbers by The Police, which came out in 83. It's about how killing's the sport of the elite. It's as simple as ABC, 1, 2, 3. That's the practice of coding numbers into words. And look up the song Gematria, the killing name. Again, Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. Keep in mind, with regards to 49, the square root of that is 7. He's dead 7 days after the supposed overdose. I was talking about how this entire thing is a Jesuit ritual, how the Jesuits control the world of entertainment. Hip-hop kills so many of their black rappers in what we call Jesus rituals, Tupac and beyond. But remember, the word Jesuit is 42. He had the overdose supposedly on 4-2, and then he dies today, April 9th, the day leaving 266 days left in the year. Remember, the Jesuit motto, Isus Hominum Salvator, is 266. And right now we're living in the time of the first Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, who's the 266th Pope, who also spoke in D.C. September 23rd, 2015, the 266th day of the year. From DMX's 50th birthday, December 18th, to his death today is his 113th day of his age, the day they pulled the plug on him. Overdoses 113. If you've read my first book, Letters and Numbers, talk about this pattern with overdoses and 113.
Just quickly, of course, this video will be uploaded to 3 of my channels. Again, if you're not subscribed to all 3, excuse me, just type in Audio Oracle. I'm sure, excuse me, 4 will pop up, but one of them is only for uploading music. And the other ones, of course, is situation reveals concerning the script code within the practice of Gematria. And yeah, so of course, this video will be uploaded on all 3 channels. Not the 4th one, as I just said. That one's just for music. 2 of them have the same picture. 1 of them have the zombie. And the other one has a different picture for just the music. All right. And anybody else in the community that have a community wall post stuff, you know, it's not hard to, you know, chuck somebody else's video up there, as we know. You know, of course, we know we're under heavy big tech suppression, and the best way we can combat it is to fortify with each other, right? And I've said this a bazillion times, but yet it's rhetorical as to why I still don't see or hear when I'm watching the odd video from whoever, whether it's in or out of the community. You know, this should be standardly coming off of people's tongues. Oh yep, check that community wall post, or I'll leave that pinned comment there or in the description. Be sure to check out those channels, XYZ, you know what I mean? It's not hard. Yeah?
And notice that is a fitting cause of death for DMX overdose. Again, if you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers, the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. Let me make this bigger. And the alphabetic order forwards and backwards with the rules numerology. So the alphabetic order in reverse, overdose is 113. You see the 40 and 41 in overdose? Look at the initials DMX. Got the 40 and 41 in it, right? 40 and 41. But a fitting date for a death that's blamed on an overdose, which is very likely a lie. And here, you know what? Just for another teaching moment, let me pull up my old blog and see if this pulls up the post right here. The number 113, it's not the one I wanted, but hold on. The number 113 comes from the Talmud, and it is related to dishonesty and deception. And I think this is the post I want right here. No, that's not the one either. Bear with me 1 minute. I know I got it. Okay, so all of these numbers relate to dishonesty. Mainstream, which is completely dishonest. Dishonest, perverted, not true, not honest, not factual, disinfo, politics, perjury, fiction, bullshit, infidelity, divorce.
Hold up, let me just bring something up myself real quick.
Princess Di in a moment. She died in a huge 113 ritual while going through a divorce. Sinister, erroneous, all of these words have to do with deception, not being true. And I suspect DMX's cause of death is absolutely not true. And why they pulled the plug on him today, you know, part of the lie. By the way, YouTube, which loves to censor truth, was first established on the 113th day of the year.
Yeah.
That could be a coincidence, but I doubt it. Tell you about how they deleted my big channel yesterday, the one with 80-some thousand subscribers. But
and just quickly, for those that don't know, if anybody's new stumble into this information, he did have it up briefly. I don't know if I can quickly go back. Where is it? Oh, there it is right there. All right, if you look that up, Baba Kamal 113A. Yeah? Now, if you read that passage, what it says about being in their legal setting of their bullshit establishment that they've set up, you know, if you want to be, I've said this same thing a bazillion times, literally. If you want to be dumb, docile, basic beast brainer, and susceptible to their deception and lies, they're going to have you up all day, every day. Yeah? 25/8. Yeah? Because they're relentless with it. Not 24/7, 25/8. Yeah? They're going to be having you up with 9/11, the big C since 2020, etc., etc. All while telling you, with a bazillion other things always happening simultaneously. Yeah, but obviously you get the main ones that will spike in media, but there's, you know, loads of things going on silently. You know what I mean? But if you don't know how to look, you'll never know it's there. And once you clock it, you'll see how loud it is, because the volume is just outrageously loud when it comes to the decibels. the decibels, boy, I don't know if you can use the Richter scale or whatever how they measure it. Obviously I know it's decibels, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, that shit is rumbling thunder, mate. That shit is causing tectonic plates to move. Literally. Fucking hell. All fudging hell, excuse me, on the platform that I'm on. Anyway, but yeah, you know, so it just goes to show in that passage, you know, and the cause and effect of spellcasting, whether it's for your betterment or not, you know what I mean? Nothing actually is good or bad, it's just your thoughts about it. Obviously you can say there's polar opposites and stuff, obviously, or stuff that is obviously bad or good, obviously, I know that. Or the, you know, fight the good evil, you know, the good fight evil, however you want to look at it, obviously. But when you look at nature in general, nature's not even on a good or bad, it just is. But anyway, and as I say, you speak about censorship, my friend, but I mean, I don't want to bring up True Earth right now, but I heard you bending up yourself, getting bent out of shape briefly the other day on Netvoid. Did Netvoid take off all their videos? I went on their channel earlier today and I didn't see not one video. Of course, the subscriber count's still there, so I'm sure it's her channel. I know there is a fake Netvoid that even says in his or hers comments, "Oh, this is the fake Netvoid." Got the same picture, no subscribers. But anyway. You're supposed to go where the truth takes you. Yeah. Do you know what? I might even make that video today. I might make it today because it needs to be made, man. It needs to be made. It's gonna be a dub plate Haryukin for Gemini 1, the battle rapper in England. It's gonna be a Haryukin triple dragon for Zachary K. Hubbard right here. It's gonna be a Gematria guillotine for Dave McKeenan, the English photographer guy that's coming into the frame of the nonsense what's going on with his type of stance. And at the end of the day, I mean, how long does it take for you to realize that, you know, centrifugal force, elliptical orbits destroys the idiot-centric model? And you know, and not to mention the obvious things about you know, the fundamentals of nature concerning the hyperboloid torus field. I mean, we broke that down: the atmosphere, ionosphere, magnetosphere, and all that jazz. You know, stratosphere has the word sphere in it because they're talking about the torus field. Now, because you have a torso and you have obviously your aura and your torus field going around you. You ever see the black and white lines going across your eyes when you're going in a dark room or when you're going to sleep? Pay attention and you'll see the hyperboloid torus field doing its thing. Yeah, you see it every day, but you just don't pay attention. And if you watch it long enough, really watch it when your eyes adjust, when your eyes are closed. Yeah, really watch it. And then after, you know, so long, you can even open your eyes and you can still see it. But anyway, my point is, because the hyperboloid torus field, you know, because that's round, does that mean that I should be round like a basketball? Yeah. So again, atmosphere is the torus fields. It's layers of torus fields, like cogs in a watch. So when people are talking about, oh, why do those stars in the other hemisphere go the other way? Have you not worked out what is going on yet? No disrespect. I'm not trying to belittle anybody. I'm not the brightest spark. I don't profess to be, but don't try and have me up with obvious stuff, yeah? That goes against my senses and intuition. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes, okay, yeah, that instrument does show that that's not happening to what you thought, what was going on or what was at play. Fantastic, yeah. But don't try and overcast the whole show. Oh, only you need maths. Maths will sort it out. Because the math says you know, whatever they're gonna say. but no, people like FTFE, aka Craig, he only will talk about the 1,000 miles an hour spin. You don't never hear him go on to the 66.6 thousand miles an hour orbiting the sun, as well as the corkscrewing buffoonery following the sun's gravity while the sun's, you know, moving through the cosmos apparently 550,000 miles an hour. Mate, do you know how fast that is? Gemini 1, Bedrin. I don't know if he's playing Fool to Catch for Eyes. I saw him on, what is it called? The Wire Tap? Or the Wire Trap? The Wire Tap? some channel like that, and he's having like a face-off. I didn't watch it all. I watched like maybe 5-10 minutes, and he's having like a face-off with KHERE. Shout out to big up KHERE. Yeah. I hope he comes with a banging dub plate on that one there, like it concerning True Earth that just destroys all these globulins. You know what I mean? As I say, they might change from being globulins to True Earthers. Yeah, but until then, just what are you doing, man? Just stay over there, man, with this childlike buffoonery that's been instilled in your consciousness. Listen, the mind schism is real, people. The mind schism is real. Again, I'm not trying to laugh down on people, laugh at people, but yo, after a while, it's pretty funny. I mean, this has been big since 2016. It didn't take me long to catch on. And I found it at the same time with Gematria. And I know how Gematria in the spell, as I've already broke down with the numbers concerning the sun and its buffoonery of 93 million miles away. I already brought that down. What that obviously runs parallel with Jesus, the supposed Godson and all that jazz, and him dying on supposedly on the 93rd day of the year between the hours of 9 and 3. Godson equals 93, and there's even more 93s. But just hold that for now, innit? Yeah. And just a quick dub play as we're on the subject, another one I've said a bazillion times. If Taurus fields aren't a thing, besides everything that I've said already, let me know about the Analema and the sun and the moon make the figure 8. Because I know you know Back to the Future, yeah? Dealing with time, right? How comes the sun and the moon, of course they're the same size, yin and yang. How comes the sun and the moon do something called the Analema? Then, as I said, do your homework on Taurus fields. And the hourglass, the figure 8, destroyed your whole belief system with facts, yeah? And the law of nature that can't be broken, yeah? With your integers, whatever, yeah? Done your campaign. What are you saying? Hit me up in the comments. Do a neutral reply video with a white flag waving, yeah? I want to see that white flag high, clear and high, yeah? High in the sky, just like it's a bed of clouds and not a beanbag. Because beds are flat. That's why it's airplane, plane of existence. Hence why you don't never see no chemtrails going round the curve after they've been doing some whole 20-mile long straight, you know what I mean? Chemtrail. How you don't see that curve round like a fool? I mean, do I even need to make the video? Do I even need to? Because I've just body bagged them all. Gematria guillotine in 2 seconds. McLooney Tune, come on. You know, why would you want to help an establishment that does stuff like this, that gives you your fake sports for the most part? And I'm not even going to go on about Jake Paul and Tommy, yeah? As I already broke that down in the video. Off of what they presented, like we always do, literally, yeah? This is not me making stuff up. I didn't make the numbers. I didn't birth Jake. Give him his name. I didn't set the fight, you know what I mean, to be on that specific date. I didn't make it be in Saudi Arabia. Hello? So that's what you want to uphold, really? How long does it take you to realize that you've been that's what you're upholding? This is my point. You know? You're not doing baby steps in this. You guys are already running with what you know what I mean? With whatever your belief system or factual system is. Yeah, you're not a baby in this. You well and know there's other forces at play here doing a specific something in it. Yeah? Some next level satanic, you know what. Some of which I've already spoke about briefly. Anyway. Zach, man. You should be giving me my big ups, even if you're still not a true earther. I don't see it yet. And it's a real damn shame. I think he's only given me a big up twice since I've ever uploaded. 2 times on whatever channel that is actually giving me that I know about. And shared one of my community wall posts. that did actually bring in a good 100 subs at that time on the 1,000 plus subs channel. But my point is, when I'm saying, yeah, jump onto this channel or that channel, where are ya? I don't get it. Like, are you with me? Or are you like, I don't get I don't get it. It's just crazy. Then you get more likes on a simple Gematria, as I call them when we do them. A Gematria, or just a basic, post on the community wall post or something. Like, how is that getting more love than when you take the time to put, like, what in the world? It's crazy. Anywho, body bagged, Gematria guillotine, Scam Man Dan, all the rest of you already know what's up. It's a shame your horde of Zombieland variants, do what they do. Anywho.
By the way, YouTube, which loves to censor truth, was first established on the 113th day of the year.
And that was my point. Excuse me quickly what I was saying. You talk about big tech censoring. Meanwhile, you're not even going where the truth, as a supposed truth seeker, you're not even going and stepping to where you're supposed to step. How is there a barrier? I don't care if this makes me uncomfortable, or if I didn't get it yet straight away and then so long. Oh, damn, I see it now. Damn, I didn't see it straight away, but I see it now. Pff, my bad. Like, where is that? And I know that Cam is within his character because he's presented that at times, along with other stuff. Yeah, with what he's even doing now, proving that he's not saying for a specific certain type of people to go and off themselves. If you've been seeing the specific videos, like, I know that. That's why I didn't even bother getting into all of that. All those that was jumping on that bandwagon, like, come on, man, ups upside your head, shame on you. Come on, man. Come on. He's clearly saying it to about a specific trolls. Of course, it's gonna get a little bit annoying after a while. Yeah. Yes, you can ignore it, but then sometimes you gotta say a little something and put foots on necks and say, do you know what? I've had enough of you. Whatever the case is, you know what I mean? You need to XYZ. Because you ain't promoting the ABC. Especially most of them, for the most part. All these trolls coming in. What are they doing? Pushing the message forward. Or are they just chatting a whole bag of malarkey and shit? Pure bullshit. Trash. Garbage. For the most part. Considering what we're dealing with and what we're looking at here. And what's being brought forth via this community in a whole. Because again, many hands might like work. Not everybody's going to see everything in their slipstream. So then, of course, everybody together builds that picture of the puzzle. Rapper Gemini 1. And it's the other thing. Like, where are these battle rappers, UK or USA, apart from maybe the odd one that you don't probably know about, that will come out and say, do you know what? That was obvious ritual satanic stuff to do with Pat Stay. You know what I mean? I want to hear a lyrical delivery, yeah, whether it's USA, a cipher with UK and USA, or just UK. I want to hear some serious bars, yeah, that goes against the grain, or if you do it in a neutral way, because you're in the scene, yeah, in a neutral way that says, you know what, something ain't right over there. And you just, break down some of the tie-ins. Drake, the date, the stuff with how he come to pass. Because you can get all the details from people like my videos. Of course, shout out to Adept HNIC. You know what I mean? There's more than enough stuff for you to utilize when it comes to factual stuff. And of course, The Game, that other rapper as well, that was the most obvious, one of the most obvious ritual sacrifices. And again, here we are looking at DMX. And of course, we've got the update, which I'm about to give the dub play on. Yeah? Again, sorry for the pauses, but it's got to be done sometimes. You don't know who's watching. You got a whirl of silent watchers. Them times, the comments should be, healthy discussions going on. Yeah, healthy. But it's rhetorical why it's not, right?
That could be a coincidence, but I doubt it. Tell you about how they deleted my big channel yesterday, the one with 80-some thousand subscribers by the number.
And I still didn't finish saying, excuse me. So my point is, he's talking about, big tech suppression. As I say, the video that I'm going to do the dub plate on is like, 6 years ago, 2016. Yeah? About 6, 7 years ago. Yeah? I think the video was 2017. Yeah, 2017 the video is from. Yeah, and it's going to show that same attitude from then this guy's still got now. And as a matter of fact, I'm even going to get... Oh, she took it off. I might have the screenshot for it though. So I just mentioned that before I took off all her videos. She must have deleted all her videos. Or put them on hidden. Probably put them on hidden. But my point is, here you are talking about, big tech suppression. But what are you doing? And suppressing your own self and those that think the sun shines at your ass in a specific way. Then you've got all your mods attacking people that will even remotely mention True Earth. Then you're gonna flap your gums about it, chatting a whirl of BS. What was he saying that time with the sun going over your head? My point is, what motion do you feel? Oh, because everything's at a precise. When you're in the car, or in the plane, on the train. One, we live on top of the ball, or the surface of the plane. Of course, we've got the energy field, what I already spoke about. Of course, the torus fields. Yeah. But they say we are on elliptical orbits, and there's also a thing called centrifugal force. Now look up about elliptical orbits and deceleration and acceleration. Yeah, and then do your homework about centrifugal force. Body bagged. All right, let's go.
21st time the channel's been deleted. But the other thing about DMX is, his death is on the same day as Prince Philip, and of course Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth. And remember the other year when Prince, another musician, died on the Queen's birthday, April 21st, 2016. He had the song I Would Die For You, and he spelled it with the number 4 and the letter U, and used the 21st letter, so I Would Die 421, which was the date he ended up dying. And again, it just makes you wonder, how much do these people know about their life expectancy when they sign on the dotted line to become famous, to become rich, famous, and well-known, DMX, in one of his earliest songs, I Wanted to Live Forever.
Oh, just quickly, let me go back 20 seconds actually, go back a minute. What was I going to say? Shoot, has it done that now? I slipped my mind. What was I going to say now? Oh my god. Oh yes! Of course, skip through this part if you're already up to speed. You don't have to watch the like the first, half hour, 40 minutes. Say about 40 minutes, because obviously I've been speaking and cutting in. But it lasts about 25 minutes, half an hour. But it's got to be done. So we've got about 23 minutes left. I'm definitely going to shut up now and leave it this time, yeah? If it's absolutely essential, then I have to cut in because it's on the mind, right? And it has to be said essential because you don't know who's watching. But anyway, of course, if you're already up to speed, of course, forward past this bit by, half hour, 40 minutes. And then you can get to the situation revealed for 2023 concerning Lil Wayne and his new song featuring DMX, who died in 2021.
Day of the year. That could be a coincidence, but I doubt it. Tell you about how they deleted my big channel yesterday, the one with 80-some thousand subscribers by the numbers. 21st time the channel's been deleted. But the other thing about DMX is, his death is on the same day as Prince Philip. And, of course, Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth. And remember the other year when Prince, another musician, died on the Queen's birthday, April 21st, 2016. He had the song I Would Die For You, and he spelled it with the number 4 and the letter U, and used the 21st letter, so I Would Die 421, which was the date he ended up dying. And again, it just makes you wonder, how much do these people know about their life expectancy when they sign on the dotted line to become famous, to become rich, famous, and well-known, DMX in one of his earliest songs. I wanted to live forever, but this wasn't fame. He wanted the fame more than a long life, is what he's saying, on the song 24 Hours to Live, where he says he knows exactly where he's heading. Okay, so as a reminder, the news of DMX being in a vegetative state came the morning of Saturday, April 3rd, 21. They said he had the overdose the night prior at 11 p.m., so an hour away from April 3rd. And another song that came out in 97, I would imagine if somebody didn't hear DMX on Mace's album, they probably heard it on the song 4321, which was a big song in 97. But that was LL Cool J's song. DMX is on there. And, again, LL Cool J paid tribute to DMX on April 3rd, 21. And remember, LL Cool J right now has channel 43 on Sirius XM, April 3rd, 43. The word GOAT equals 43. LL Cool J closes out that song by saying he's the greatest of all time. The reference to GOAT, like how Brady won the Super Bowl this year at 43. But, again, his radio station, LL Cool J's Rock the Bells, channel 43. GOAT reference on the song with DMX. But here's the other thing. LL Cool J's birthday from January 14th to the news, April 3rd, was 79 days later. LL Cool J's 79, so was Vegetable. Everyone reported that DMX was in a vegetative state. Brady did his GOAT ritual in Tampa Bay. Don't forget the word murder 79 as well. And again, LL Cool J refers to himself as the greatest of all time, the GOAT on that. And then DMX, he joins the church in Belly. Belly's got that Gematria 56 and 79 as well, just like Society of Jesus, big numbers with the Jesuits. Talk more about that with Prince Philip today, who had 59 official visits as prince to his native lands. Again, the Jesuits run the show from the royal family to entertainment. Jesuits run the show all across the world. But, again, as a reminder about DMX's surname, Simmons, like Russell Simmons. DMX was born Earl Simmons. Simmons got that same gematria as slavery in all four base ciphers.
Wow.
And, again, the calculator I shown you earlier, it's the same one. Simmons, you can see the values, 102, 30, 87, 42, same as slavery. And by the way, if you guys want a calculator that works offline for your smartphones, just come to GematriaEffect.News, click calculator, scroll down the page a little bit, and you can download the calculator. It works offline, so you don't need an internet connection for all smartphone devices. But the point is about DMX, he has that 42 encoded in Simmons, number stamped all over Black History. It was April 2nd that he supposedly had his overdose. And then in that same cipher, Dark Man X is 49, and then he dies a week later on 4/9. But again, we always talk about how they bring 42 and 59 together in rituals with black entertainers. It also happened to him on Good Friday, just before Easter Sunday. Good Friday's got the 59, like Slave, Negro, Rasta, Blues, Jigaboo. Same numbers again and again. Again, clearly a Society of Jesus ritual. That's who runs the world of hip-hop, the Jesuits. On the 93rd day of the year, the day before Easter, you hear about him being a vegetable. God's Son, Crucifix, Nazareth, 93. And science says that April 3rd is the date Jesus was crucified. Remember, that's 4-3. Jesus Christ is also 43. The whole count.
And that's why, as I've said it so many times now as well, that's why they tell you the sun's so big. Yeah, and then obviously in your consciousness, even if you're not, a Bible basher or into scripture, Quran, whatever, you're still going to have in your psyche this big thing watching you. If you see what I'm trying to say. So again, the S-O-N, the S-U-N, and then God, and then see how it all kind of meshes together. And then of course the priesthood, and then government, the fake charlatans and shamans leading humanity astray into their betterment, not our betterment. And then that's why, as I say, leading the humans astray, creating people. And people are just, the people are literally the zombies. Again, that's why my little saying is, love humans, don't like people. People are the problem. Especially now, in the age of information. And then they will even come out and tell you a fight scripted blatantly. And I'm not saying that's definitely how a contract looks or whatever, but obviously Mike Perry knew what he was doing. He was giving something to, you know what I mean? And it's just to show you how dumb people are. They're still going to pay for the pay-per-view, even if the fight deviates from what was being shown, you know, in the media. But because they know that, you know, 99.99% of the world haven't got a clue what's going on, let alone the few that understand this very simple coding practice, which is so effective on the mind. And that's why the minds are broken, because you've they've via the language they've broken the mind and then just MK ultra'd you up, basically. All of us, you know, if you can break free slightly, somewhat or more, fantastic. You know, don't let them have you 100%. Definitely ain't got me 100%.
Calendar and the language come from the Catholic Church. It's all synced up with the life of Jesus. But the date, of course, can be written 3-4 as well, and Jesus is 34, as is rapper, and he's now died on 4/9/20, April 3rd.
Yeah, so again, to have you cower under authority and, you know, treat these people, again, stars, like gods and deities. So again, they cut you off from, you know, meditating and, you know, having thoughts and thinking about your connection with the stars in a certain level, while they keep you grounded via the BS of gravity, if you see what I'm saying. It's all to keep you locked in their Jesuit order construct box or matrix. Yeah, very simple. And none the wiser, they want TikTok challenge, Netflix and chill, buffoonery sports, you know, power slap. They've even got power slap now. Now, if the idiocracy isn't real, yo, they've got power slap. Dana White, yeah, from MMA, has now made a power slap league. What do they call it? CTE with the brain scans. I can't remember what the letters mean now for those recommends, but I know it's to do with you know, brain damage and stuff like that. Yeah. They've got power slap leagues official. Wow. That's incredible. Only blows to the head. I mean, come on. Wow. I mean,
is the date Jesus was crucified. Remember, that's 4/3. Jesus Christ is also 43. The whole calendar and the language come from the Catholic Church. It's all synced up with the life of Jesus. But the date, of course, can be written 3-4 as well, and Jesus calendar and the language come from the Catholic Church. It's all synced up with the life of Jesus. But the date, of course, can be written 3-4 as well, and Jesus is 34, as is rapper, and he's now died on 4/9/21. DMX, 4 + 9 + 21, 34. Black is 34. Again, the physical description of Jesus in the Bible might lead you to believe that he was black. See how black's 34? In that same cipher, rapper's 34. Again, or not Christ, Jesus is 34. Church has the Gematria 34. 34 is the 9th Fibonacci number. I suppose he's dead on the 9th day of the month, which represents completion in numerology, which I imagine comes from how long it takes, you know, typical human pregnancy. He was married in 99. He's dead on the 99th day of the year. Prince Philip's dead at 99 on the 99th day of the year. So... in DMX, the news on his 106th day of his age. Dark Man X, Black 106 and 34 on his 106th day of his age on 3/4. Remember, there was the shooting in Wilmington that day on the 34th parallel. They said 3 dead, 4 injured. We talked about how his first album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, 83. The number related to murder, but also the 23rd prime, and he's dead 23 years after that album came out. Again, he was featured on 4321 and 24 Hours to Live in 97 prior to his own album. So. And it's funny that he did that song, Godfather of Harlem, because, you know, he started out on the Mace album, Harlem World. But we were talking about how that song that he did recently with Rick Ross, how Rick Ross references Skull and Bones, which is related to the Knights Templar, which is related to the Jesuits who have the Templar cross. And then on DMX's verse in that song, he's talking about how they're pirates. And again, the Knights Templar became pirates. So who wrote the lyrics for this song? But again, he goes out in this Catholic-related ritual. Jesuits, Templars serve the Catholic Church. And speaking of the Catholic Church, today is 9/4, 9/4, Roman Catholic Church, 94 in the Most Pure Cipher. And his first album did come out on the 132nd day of the year, May 12th, Catholic Church 132, Roman Catholic 132. Getting that belly movie. See how Roman Catholic's 132 with the alphabetic order? So is Catholic Church. His first album came out on the 132nd day of the year. With biblical themes, too. It's dark and hell is hot. And then his next album, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, he's really drenched in goat blood on that album cover. And then ends up with this goat ritual with LL Cool J by the numbers. The Society of Jesus numbers on it. But if you write out Roman Catholic Church, the Most Pure Cipher, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, it's 94. Today can be written 9/4. Again, Queen Elizabeth's 94. Her husband dies today. Okay. Yeah, so I think those are the main points with DMX. And, yeah, it's just too bad that we live in the kind of world where if you want to, you make it to the big stage, you gotta sell your soul and essentially, you know, agree to an expiration date that's no doubt premature. Okay, so as for Prince Philip.
Alright.
Again,
You know,
Get It 99.
I wasn't even going to show this. This is an old video from one of my channels. But I'm going to re-show it again maybe when I make that video. Yeah? But, you know, as I'm already body bagging, do you know what? Let's just body bag again. Yeah? Because you know they're going to mention or at them in the description. Yeah? Sorry about that. It cut out on the browser due to the phone being unstable. I mean, you already know what's going to happen here. You know, let me forward this a little piece. Yeah? Yeah? Because you already know what I'm saying there. You already know what's going on. So you've got SpaceX buffoonery going on over here. Yeah? Now, this is what they're giving you, you know? This is supposed to be real, yeah? Obviously, they give you BS on their screens inside the cockpit. I mean, look at this garbage. With all this, you know, like the new age spacesuit style as well. I mean, like all slick and fashion. You know, you're going to see it on the fucking catwalk and shit. You know, London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week or something. Yeah? But my point is, where is this? Because we're only seeing it in cartoon form. Where is this in the reality, please? David McKeenan. Mate, can I see this in my reality? Can I feel this in my reality? Like, something's got to give here, yeah? If I can't feel it, then I can be able to see it. Why do we see the same stars? Because 6 months' time, we should see our whole... I mean, even before that, I'm just being generous by saying 6 months' time. I mean, that's a lot of motion and movement. So again, another nail in the coffin. Yeah? Big nail. Nails. Yeah? What are you saying? Where is that happening in the reality? Should we see them spacewalking as well? Let me see if I've got a spacewalk going on up here as well. Showing them do all this dumb shit outside. Let's forward this video. I'll do it in its entirety. Look, 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 look. Look! Oh shit, that's me also looking in there. You can see it in the backdrop though. Look! Where is this happening over here? Hello? even if it's ball earth, whatever. I don't care about the shape. I'm on about, all I want is the truth. Yeah, authenticity. Where is all of that going on over here? Remember, you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, orbiting at 66.6 thousand miles an hour. Also, they say the Earth's on the tilt, but obviously that's the torus field on the tilt. Hence why the North Star and Polaris. Hello. Yeah, you can see how it's there with the tilt. Yeah, they're talking about the torus field. Pear-shaped Earth, talking about the torus field. Yeah, on the dialectic plane. That's what you're standing on. Yeah. There's no excuse to be coming with all this madness, fanciful math magics. Oh, because the equation works out. Oh, it's the reality, and oh, and boom, like, huh? Really? Oh, okay. Where is this in the reality? Fatality, yeah? Flawless victory. Now let's keep it moving. Roll the thing. Because right about now, I'm being nice with it. Neutral.
Turn off the TV, it's way too misleading. Telling them lies until you believe it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It don't take a genius to pick up the pieces.
I'm just bringing facts with not that much speculation. Wake your ass up. Pum, 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 pum.
Numbers too.
Alright. Back with the measurable, observable, repeatable matrix revealed. Of course, your host, Audio Oracle, aka M.o.r, musically orientated repertoire. Now, I mean, first up, hello? Why are you still even wearing that? Like, come on. Who should be boycotted? Obviously Adidas, Balenciaga, or Bow. Hence why I couldn't help myself. I had to leave that comment just there. Now, if you don't know who BAAL is, go and do your homework. Because I'm sure that's what it was on, like the... Was it like the police tape thing that was in the room? Well, one of the pictures with whatever was going on. I'm sure they had a double A in there, if I remember correctly. Now my point is, because this video just came out the other day. And you know, the whole Balenciaga, you know, that was so last year. You saying you didn't burn your glasses? You saying you got Balenciaga boxers, tops, bedspread, toothbrush, flannel, sponge, cups, plates, knives and forks and spoons, you know, all types of cutlery. Hey, look pon him now. Look pon him now. And look pon him as well, yeah? Because for those that have been following, of course, he was already mentioned via Zach. Yeah, someone definitely needs to take up that name, but you gotta be a Gematria guru, dude. You can't use the Gematria guru, that name, and you're not the guru with the Gematria. You get me? Organically as well, the organic side, the script that they use side, you know what I mean? You gotta be fully rounded. Right, so boom, look when he's born. Lil Wayne, Louise, who I'm sure also have done some questionable things. Birdman. Birdman. Did I mention battle rap and Beasley? Beasley. Oh, did I mention Lost One and who his dad is? Fucking hell. As I said, check out Adept HNIC. He's got a couple of channels of the same name. Of course, I got a playlist or something with him in there, so be sure to check him out. And others alike. So, Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., professionally known as Lil Wayne, born 27th of September. That is, of course, the Jesuit Order establishment date, or one of their establishment dates. They've got a couple with all your different factions joining, or when they might come to a new, whatever they come to, after the round table, and then bam, we establish whatever day, or there's a new, as I say, faction added, whatever it is, terminology. Freemasons, Illuminati, this one, different branches coming together, so you're gonna have different establishment dates for that and other things as well. Of course, again, how you got Swizz Beats, of course, he's been going out with, married to, got a child with, of course, Alicia Keys, well known in the game. Not that she's really been in the game as much recently. I haven't been following her. Not that I did follow her, but I haven't been following her. I'm really looking in just to see, what she's up to, since she hasn't really been in the limelight. Now, interesting, look, he's currently 44 years old. What a time to bring out this song. Also, the 13/9 Freemasonry equals 139. And of course, 67. We'll get back to 67 in a sec. Of course, blood sacrifice, human sacrifice, Freemasonry equals 67. Again, KILL equals 44, execution equals 44. Again, we are talking about the legend that was DMX L. Simmons, Darkman X, born 18th of December. He died 9th of April, 9/4 or 4/9. So again, he brings out this video. And also, oh no, do you know what? Don't worry about that, it's alright. Give me one moment here. Execution equals 116 as well as 44, just like KILL. Again, KILLING equals 115 like Masonic, and 43 like Masonic, and 38 like Masonic. Note the 99 as well with his full name. We'll get back to that in a sec. Of course, we're in the year of I did it from last year on the annual, because I was just doing it from the annual. I did check from 2021 since this video has been recording. My other device over here, I didn't see anything numbers wise, so got really nothing to say about it. Now, of course, 322, of course, that's the skull and bones number. Throughout skull and crossbones, you get 223. I don't think it's 322. I'm sure it was 223. Anyway, we're in 2023, right? Drop the 0. We are dealing with Gematria numerology. And again, excuse me, if you're new here, what we do is basically show you how ritualistically scheduled and rolled out the given realities to us every single day. By understanding the simple code and practice of Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words and phrases. As soon as you understand the simple code and practice, you can truly see how the powers that shouldn't be manipulate, mock, and orchestrate all that they do each and every single day without fail, as I already slightly expressed earlier concerning the 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. It's just relentless. Now 322, of course, sacrifice 46. You've got the 116 in there as well. We just spoke about 116. Yeah, the song. Hello, 116, execution 116, and 44 like KILL 44. Again, also note the 69 and the 33. We'll get back to that in a sec. Also, look, sacrifice 46. Sacrifice equals 55. The 55th prime is 257. Blood sacrifice equals 257. Again, remember we spoke about 67 and blood sacrifice, Freemasonry and human sacrifice. Now, again, in Genesis 4:6 in the Bible, it begins with a sacrifice. Again, sacrifice equals 46 and 55. 99, he dies on the 99th day of the year. DMX, whose name equals 99? Lil Wayne's full name equals 99. Also, order oh no, do you know what? I don't even have to go there right now, to be fair. Do you know what? I'm not going to go into the trouble twos right now, don't worry. But, you know, it is there if you're up to speed. If not, you will hear it in videos from myself and or one of my colleagues in the Gematria community. So knock yourself out. Note the 99 as well. I mean, sorry, I already said the 99. I'm sure the 19 comes back in effect as well, if I remember correctly. And look, it comes out on a day with a 49 numerology. DMX dies when? 4/9, April 9th. Satanic 67. And 31. Satan 55. You see? I mean, look at this. And the 26-day numerology. Because Lil Wayne has got the 101. The 26 prime. Sure, rapper 38 as well. Getting the murder numbers. Murder, death, kill, cancer, destroy. Found dead, collapse, drowned. Masonic, K-I and K-I-L-L-I-N-G, as I already said, equal 38. Also, the 19th prime is 67. Satanic 122. Remember all your overdose stuff was 50 as well. Did he die at age 50? Can't remember now. On top of it. Satanism 24, it comes out on the 24th of the month. 24th of February. Just a few days ago. What day is it today? 27th? 28th, last day of February. So the 59th day, of course, if you know the Black History Month, of course, KILL 59, you know, nigger or negro, excuse me, 59. Motown Records established in 1959. Rasta equals 59. They say AIDS got discovered in the Belgian Congo in 1959. AIDS 59, Belgian Congo 59. Sure it was, if I remember correctly. There's more to that, of course. You know, that sequence, once you understand Black History Month and, you know, how they deal the numbers out. There's enough entries for that from myself and in the community, so knock yourself out again. Satan is 59. 113. Zach was just showing you that as well with overdose and the other stuff. And yeah, of course, he was on the Versus show with, via Swizz Beats. Was Snoop Dogg a host on there that time? Or was he versing Snoop Dogg? I can't even remember now. You know, we spoke about 44. Of course, you got the 62 in there. This is now in the same year, of course. You get the 62. Of course, it's only the 1 month, 16 days now, rather than how we had it before. 10 months, 16 days. But anyway, Sacrifice 62. Faustin bargain, which means a deal with the devil. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Also, check out the channel. See Through the Script. Really great vibe that I get with him. And yeah, he puts out really great work. Check out See Through the Script. He done a really good entry for the Faustin bargain. It's in a playlist by itself on one of my channels. But yeah, of course, check him out. See Through the Script. And it's one word. See. But he does through THRU. And then, of course, THE script. Yeah. Time Death RIP 20. Of course, Society of Jesus 56. Society of Jesus, aka the Jesuit Order. Of course, 36 triangular number. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 up to 36 is 666. So satanic. Again, Faustin bargain 62, sacrifice 62, execution 116 and 44 and KILL. Satan 19, 19th prime. Also Baphomet and Satan 35. Is Rapper or Rap 35? I'm sure it's 35. Also the 80th prime is 409, like 49, 4/9. Alright. Currently 40 years old. Lil Wayne. Again, that is the Jesuit order establishment date. September 27th. Sacrifice also equals 73. Of course, KILLING equals 74. Of course, you got, if I check the date, it would be 74. Masonic 74. And this is to Lil Wayne's birthday, yeah? So to Lil Wayne's upcoming birthday. And he's got the day numerology of 36, which will always be that. That won't change. The other stuff will change, but not the day numerology. Dr. Savage. Shout out to Dr. Savage, man. Check him out if you haven't already. Definitely a real one. You even get the 30 weeks, 6 days if I include it. Again, Baphomet, Satan 35. Sure, Baphomet was... Blood contract 74. Sacrifice 73. 62. We spoke about 46 and 55. We spoke about that already. We spoke about that already. Sure, I saw 100 somewhere before. I know we had a 101. I might be chatting shit. Of course, Masonic and murder. Time death for IP 25. Kill 59. So how fitting for this year that he comes out with that, with all that numerology. Gun over the 44. Gun over that as well, I'm sure. $100. What was the other 100? Faustin? Was it Faustin? There's the 100 for the name of the track. What was the... It must have reset. Sorry guys, 1 second there. Sometimes it happens when you're on the browser, flipping resets. Hold up, going right back to the start. There it is, found it. Right, 100, like the name of the track. See? It's all over it. Got it on the track, you got it on the dates. I mean, you know, it's just... As I say, it's probably what I want you to get baptized by not realizing what's going on. Because the whole system has been infiltrated, you know? They've reversed it all, so that's why they make you think stuff is round when actually it's not round. They make you think rapture's coming from outside when it's actually going to be for each individual on an individual level, if it was to happen. I've already explained why when you times up the chakras, once if your stuff is running how it's supposed to be running at optimum and you come to realization, if you time and you Merkaba and all that jazz, anyway, you times it up together, it equals 144,000. When you do the vector points. There's a way that you times it up. Anyway, Baphomet 80 as well, if I didn't say that already, with the 49th. 80th prime is 409, like 49. Of course, DMX died when? Now, 69, 33. 69, right? You see that here? 69 days from his birthday last year to the release of the song. DMX birthday 18th of December. From his birthday, you know, Ritual 27. From his birthday, 69 days alternative span. And you've even got a numerology of 69. I think we've got something for 33 as well, so hold tight for that. Boom! L. Simmons, 69. So with all that I've already showed, so the 48th prime 223 again, what year? 2023. Of course, Skull and Bones, 322, 223. And again, the Jesuit Order, 201. This is now from Swizz Beat's birthday, 13th of September. Again, Freemasonry 139. It's currently 40 years old. We've gone over the 40s. We spoke about the 139 earlier. Boom, 201. The Jesuit Order, write it out, equals 201. Oh, you've even got the 6 months, 20 days as well. I mean, come on. Unbelievable. But not surprising when you know the code. Yeah, you got the 49. Of course, Zach already smashed it with whatever else he said. As I say, I thought I'd show that because I couldn't find my own video and I couldn't remember certain bits of it. You know what I mean? So I was like, do you know what? Rather than just pulling up his blog posts from GematriaEffect.News, go and check it out if you haven't already. Feel free to download the books for free, PDF, and or buy the PDF and or get a hardback copy. Or you can still download it free if you want and turn it into a hardback copy. Or just, you know, get it photocopied into bigger paper or whatever. Currently 44, got the 116, the 19, the 73. Come on. Come on. See? Light work, easy. So of course, you know, he's going to get a bazillion views. You know, people in the comments. Anywho, I've said it all. And I've said it all before. Time to love you and leave you. Homeless, flat mother loving power. Spread love like hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer. And of course, give gracious gratitude. But take no shit.